Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mexican Conservative. Today, not really happy to talk about this, but I'm going to do a response video. This is in response to Markiplier posting a video about gun control. This is going to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen come from Mark. Now, I'm a longtime fan of Mark. I've been watching his videos for years, and I've been until recently was subscribed to his channel. The thing that bothers me the most about what I saw is that he is perpetuating the ignorance that the media and a lot of people don't even understand the type of weapon that was used. They're just filling people's heads with lies. So in Mark's video, he constantly keeps referring to the weapon used as an assault rifle, an assault rifle, an assault rifle. He says about 6, 7, 8, 10 times. I could go back and count. But this has been some of the most stupid nonsense that I've ever heard. It wasn't an assault rifle, Mark. You're showing your ignorance in the fact that you don't know what it was. You don't know the type of weapon that was used. So good job in paying attention to actually what's happening. The weapon that was used was an AR-15. You know what AR stands for, Mark? Arma Light Rifle. It's the name of the company's initials. Again, ignorance. The weapon was not an assault rifle. An assault rifle can fire multiple rounds. It's basically like having the definition of an assault rifle is like a fully automatic machine gun. The weapon used was not a fully automatic machine gun, Mark. The weapon was a rifle. You pull the trigger once, it shoots one bullet. So again, thank you for making your audience more ignorant and spreading the ignorance to the rest of America. So this is all about my response to that. And then he's telling his viewers to go out there and continue the fight and to continue to protest and do this, that, and the other. It's like, what are they protesting? He talks about, it's harder for you to get a car than it is for you to get a gun. No, I would say they're pretty much the same. They don't require a background check for a car. If you wanted to go buy a car, they're not going to be like, you had a parking ticket, so we can't give it to you. But if you have a gun and they say, you have a criminal record, they go, sorry, you can't have this gun. If you were a criminal buying a car, they would sell you the car. If you're a criminal buying a gun, they don't sell you the gun. Ignorance. Just pure ignorance. It's the same thing he keeps trying to tell people. And this coming from a guy who grew up with a military father, who grew up in the Midwest. And we have a lot of guns in the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. The guns everywhere. People go hunting all the time. Everybody's handled a gun pretty much in the Midwest. There aren't any school shootings out here. Ignorance. I guess that's going to be my main point of stating for Markiplier, Mark Fishbach, is the fact that he's ignorant on the issue. All he is making an emotional response, not thinking things through, not actually addressing the real problem, which was the kid's mental state. He was mentally deranged. He had gone through a lot of troubles in his life. He'd had a lot of problems. His mother and father were gone. He was getting bullied at school. Why aren't you addressing this, Mark? But instead, in your ignorance to try to push a leftist agenda, all you're talking about is the gun, which was not an assault rifle. Ignorance. So much ignorance that can make a person sick. It's sad to see somebody that you view, at least I viewed, as an intelligent person devolve down into stupidity. Obviously, he didn't bother to research at all. He just seen a few snippets on the news and decided, I'm going to make a video about it to get all my social justice warrior fans up in arms about this. Ignorance. Pure and simple. It's sickening to me just to see these leftist little YouTubers try to twist their audience into believing what they want them to believe so they'll go out and do something. That's all this is. It's like Casey Neistat all over again, when he told his viewers that they needed to go and vote for Hillary. Yeah, a lot of people have forgotten about that, but I haven't. It's just another one of these popular YouTubers. I bet that the only reason that he did this, because he's never done a video like this before, the only reason he did this is because he received pressure from up on high, probably from his rich backers, because he is a millionaire, he is rich, and they were like, look, we need you to talk about guns. We're going to give you better ads for talking about guns. We're also going to give you more money. You know how everybody else on YouTube is getting punished for cussing and all this other type of stuff? Don't worry about that. That'll never happen to you. Videos will never get demonetized. You're just going to go out and say what we want you to say. Sad. The man has become just a puppet, a liberal puppet, and that's all I see him as. If you want to talk about something, Mark, maybe you should actually know what you're talking about instead of just coming on and being halfway to crying and, we gotta feel bad and take away the assault weapons. No one should have an assault weapon. Nobody does. There's nobody in this country that, of the millions of guns out there, how many of them do you actually think are assault weapons or fully automatic machine guns? Almost none of them. You have to have special permits. You have to have all this, go all through this red tape to own an actual machine gun. The type of weapon that the kid used in the shooting at the school was a semi-automatic. You know what else is a semi-automatic, Mark? Pistols. If you want a pistol, you want a semi-automatic weapon. So we should ban all pistols as well. You know what else is a semi-automatic? A hunting rifle. Because it's one trigger pull, one bullet. Ban those too. Oh, shotguns, same thing. Ban all the shotguns because, those hunters with their shotguns, those are semi-automatics. Ignorance. It's disturbing and disgusting to me to let these people who are in these positions where they influence millions of young people to sit there and spout ignorance, to twist the minds of young people into believing what they want them to believe so they'll go out and do what they want them to do. Whatever respect that I had for you, Mark Fishbach, Markiplier, I lost it all in this video. Usually where you were even-handed and you usually try to talk about something honestly, you did not talk about this honestly. You spouted your personal political opinion. You didn't use you didn't know what you were talking about. You kept calling it an assault rifle, which it was not. You kept saying there's assault rifles everywhere, which there are not. You kept saying it was harder to buy a car than it was to buy a gun, which is not right. Again, lying. You're lying to your fans in order to get them to do what you want them to do. And that's upsetting to me, that's disturbing to me, and that's a problem. You shouldn't be allowed to go on there and present your truth. Not the actual truth, your version of it. Alright, well that does it for me. After watching the video, I had to make a response. It was just upsetting to me to see this nonsense be played out. So this has been the Mexican Conservative. If you want to get a hold of me, leave a comment in the video. At the bottom of the video, you can also find me on Twitter and on Facebook. Feel free to comment on this video. Feel free to respond to me. Tell me how I'm wrong. You want to say something to me? Do it. Okay? If I get enough responses to it, maybe I'll make a response video to some of your questions or some of your comments. Remember, we are here, and we're here because we don't agree.